Okay, so ang i-explain natin ngayon is yung 6x6 matrix using Laplace expansion. So, sa given natin, meron tayong D. First column is equals to 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, and 2. Then, sa second row, 5, negative 2, 5, negative 7, 0, and 0. Then, sa third, 2, negative 4, negative 2, 5, 1, 5. Then, sa fourth, 2, 3, negative 4, 1, negative 2, negative 1. Then, sa fifth, 2, 5, 8, negative 1, negative 2, negative 5. Then, sa last is 5, negative 5, negative 4, negative 1, negative 7, and 2. So, ang una nating makukuha is negative 1 raised to 1 plus 6 plus 2. Then, copy yung first column which is 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2. Then, yung second, which is yung 5, negative 2, 5, negative 7, 0, 0. So, kakopy lang natin siya yung nandun sa taas. 2, negative 4, negative 2, negative 5, 1, 5, 2, 3, negative 4, negative 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2, 5, 8, negative 1, negative 2, negative 5, then negative 5, negative 5, negative 4, negative 1, negative 7, and 2. So, ang kukunin natin is ito. Saka iyan. Then, ipa-plus natin siya sa negative 1. Raised to 3 plus 6 plus 5. Then, copy ulit natin to, yung given. Negative 4, then negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, 5, 8, negative 1, negative 2, negative 5, then sa last negative 5, negative 5, negative 4, negative 1, negative 7, then 2. So, ang gagamitin natin naman dito yung last line and then yung third. Yan. So, i-add natin siya. Ang gagamitin naman natin is yung fourth line. So, susulat lang natin siya dito. Plus, itong negative 1 raised to 4 plus 6 then times negative 1. So, rewrite lang natin siya ulit. 1, 5, 2, 2, negative 2 and 5, then 2, negative 2, negative 4, 3, 5, negative 5, then negative 1, 5, negative 2, 4, 8, negative 4, 5, negative 7, negative 5, 1, negative 1, negative 1, 1, 0, 1, negative 2, negative 2, negative 7, 2, 0, 5, negative 1, negative 5, then 2. Yan, so gagamitin natin is yung last, which is ito, and then yung pang-apat na row. Then, i-add natin siya sa negative 1 raised to ito 4 plus 6. So, dito naman is equals to 5 plus 6 times negative 5. Then, after nun, ang gagawin natin is yung pang 5 naman. So, rewrite ulit natin siya. Gagawin natin is ito, and then yung last, then add natin siya sa pang 6 na plus negative 1, then raised to 6. 6 kasi yung gagamitin natin is yung pang 6 row and 6 column. 6 plus 6 times 2. So, rewrite ulit natin siya. Itong given sa taas. So, 1, 5, 2, 2, negative 2, 5, 2, negative 2, negative 4, 3, 5, 5, then 1, 5, negative 2, negative 4, 8, negative 4, then sa fourth column, which is 5, negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, negative 1, and negative 1. Then 1, 0, 1, negative 2, negative 2, negative 7, then 2, 0, 5, negative 1, negative 5, then negative 2. So, ayan, ang gagamitin natin is yung pang 6 row and 6 column naman. So, after natin siyang ma-write, isi-simplify na natin siya, isi-solve na natin siya. So, sa una, so sa first, equal siya ng negative 10 times negative 4, then 3, and 5, then negative 5. Then sa second row, which is negative 2, negative 4, 8, then negative 4, 5, negative 5, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, then 1, negative 2, negative 2, negative 7, then ipa-plus natin siya sa equal na to, which is yung 4, plus yung dito naman sa pangalawa, which is yung negative 2, 3, 5, negative 5, then 5, negative 4, 8, negative 4, then 7, negative 7, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, then 0, negative 2, negative 2, then 7, then add na natin siya sa pangatlo, which is equals to negative 4, then simplify natin, makukuha nating sagot is yung negative 2, negative 4, 3, and negative 5, then 5, negative 2, 8, negative 4, then negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, negative 4, then 0, 1, negative 2, and negative 7. So, after nyan, dito naman tayo sa pangalawa, which is yung equal niya is equals to, ita-times natin siya sa negative 4, then sulat natin yung equal niya. Negative 4, 3, and then negative 5. So, ganun lang gagawin natin. Ulit-ulit lang siya yung, ito, isa-solve natin siya yung ginawa natin kanina. Then, add natin siya sa negative 5. Then, negative 2, 3. Negative 5. Negative 7. So, sa next, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 2. Then, copy natin, which is negative 2, negative 2, 5, and then negative 5. Then, sa negative 1, 5, 8, negative 4. Then, sa third column, 5, negative 7, negative 1, and 1. Then, sa last is 1, 0, negative 2, then negative 7. Then, i-add natin siya sa plus minus 2. Then, next is meron tayong 2, negative 2, negative 4, then negative 5, negative 1, 5, negative 2, negative 4, then sa third, 5, negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, then 1, 0, 1, then negative 7, plus 5, multiplied by the next row, which is yung 2, negative 2, negative 4, and 5, copy lang natin. Then, negative 1, 5, negative 2, copy lang ulit natin. 8, then 5, negative 7, negative 5, 1, 1, 0, 1, negative 2. Then, add natin siya. Simplify natin siya dun sa sinulat natin kanina. Ang next niya is, add natin siya sa equals to 5 times negative 2, negative 4, then 3, 5, 5, negative 2, negative 4, then negative 4, 7, negative 5, negative 1, negative 1, then 0, 1, negative 2, 7. So, plus minus 25 equals to negative 4, 3, negative 5. So, mamaya isi-simplify pa natin siya para makuha natin sagot. So, ito parang ano pa lang to. Second step pa lang. 5, negative 5, negative 1, negative 1, then 1, 1, negative 2, negative 7, then i-add natin siya sa 10. Yung 10 equal siya no sa sinulat natin kanina dito. Then 10 is equals to negative 2, 3, and then negative 5, then negative 1, negative 1, then then negative 4, negative 4, 5, negative 7, minus negative 1, negative 1, 1, 0, negative 2, negative 7, then i-add natin siya sa negative 10, then so dito na tayo sa pangalawa, pang next na line, negative 10, to negative 2, negative 4, 5, negative 1, then 5, negative 2, negative 4, 5, negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, 1, 0, 1, negative 7, then i-add natin siya sa positive 25, then copy lang. Itong nasa unahan, which is 2, negative 2, 4, and then 3, 1, 5, negative 2, and then 4, 5, negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, plus 2, then negative 2, negative 4, 3, then 5, 5, negative 2, negative 4, 8, then negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, and 1, 0, 1, negative 2, negative 2. So, add natin ulit siya sa susunod, which is yung negative 4, Then, copy natin yung equals sa solution, which is yung 2, negative 2, negative 4 and 3, negative 1, 5, negative 2, negative 4, 5, negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, then 1, 0, 1, negative 2. Then, isa-solve muna natin yung mag-i-equals dito sa kanina. Then, pag na-solve natin siya lahat, mamaya, isa-solve ulit natin siya para ma-simplify natin. So, next na tayo, which is yung 10. 5 and negative 2, 8. 7, negative, negative 5, and negative 1. 0, 1, negative 2, plus 10 times yung next, which is yung negative 1, negative 2, 8, 1, negative 2, and then 20, negative 1, ito na tayo sa next one, which is ipang-multiply natin is negative 10, then copy ulit. Plus 20 times yung 5, negative 4 and 4, then 7, then yung negative 1 and 1, and 0, and negative 2 and negative 7. I-add natin siya sa 15. Then, maiiba lang dyan is yung pangalawa naman, second row. So, copy lang natin yung nasa taas. 5, negative 7, then 0. Then, equal siya sa negative 2, negative 5, and 1. Then, copy ulit natin nasa baba. 10 plus 25. So, ang maiiba naman dito is yung kakopy lang natin siya, which is 5, negative 2, and then negative 4, negative 7, negative 5, negative 1, then 0, 1, and negative 2. So, sa third line natin siya, iti-multiply natin siya sa 50. And then, copy natin yung first line. Negative 2, negative 5, then 1. Then, copy ulit natin. Negative 4, negative 1, negative 2, then negative 4, negative 1, negative 7, plus minus 100. Then, 1, 5, 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative 2, copy lang ulit. Plus minus 75 is equals to negative 1, 5, 1, negative 2, negative 5, 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative 7, plus minus 125, equals negative 1 equals negative 1, 5, 1, negative 2, negative 5, 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative 2 equals 20. So 5, negative 7 and 0, negative 2, negative 5, 1, negative 4, negative 1, and negative 7, plus minus 20, then rewrite ulit 1, 5, 1, then negative 2, negative 5, and 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative 7, plus 40 is equals to negative 1, 5, 1, 5, negative 7, 0, negative 4, negative 1, and 7, plus minus 50 is equals to negative 1, 5, 1, second is 5, negative 7, and 0, negative 2, negative 5, and 1, plus negative 50 is equals to 5, negative 7, 0, negative 2, negative 5, then 1, negative 4, negative 1, 2, plus minus 50. Copy ulit natin itong nasa unahan, which is negative 1, 5, 1, negative 2, negative 5, and 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative 7. So, this time plus 100 siya. Then, copy ulit ito. Negative 1, 5, 1, 5, negative 7, 0, negative 4, negative 1, then, ito, is equals na siya sa 2. Then, plus 75, copy, negative 1, 5, and 2, 5, negative 7, negative 5, then 1, 0, 1, plus, so, sa next natin, multiply natin is yung 8, then rewrite. Maiiba dyan is yung first column magiging 5, negative 7, and then 0 siya. Then copy yung second row. Then plus 8 is equals to negative 1, 5, 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative 2, 8, negative 1, negative 2, plus 12. So, copy ulit. Negative 1, 5, 1, 5, negative 7, then 0, 8, negative 1, 2, plus minus 20, then negative 1, 5, 1, 5, minus 7, 0, negative 4, negative 1, negative 2. So, add. Equal siya na. Next is negative 8. Copy. Yung 5, negative 7, and 0. Then, copy ulit. 2, negative 5. 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative 2. Plus minus 8. Then, yung negative 1, negative 2, copy, negative 4, then copy ulit, 5, 5, negative 1, then 1, 1, 2, plus 16, then copy ulit natin ito, which is negative 1, 5, 1, 5, negative 7, 0, negative 4, negative 1, negative 2, then plus 12, the negative 1, 5, 1, then 5, negative 7, 0, 2, negative 5, 1. Then, after natin masulat yung sinimplify natin kanina, isa-solve na natin ulit siya. So, yung una natin isa-solve, ito. So, equals siya ng negative 160, then copy natin, which is yung negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, then 7, plus minus 320, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, 7, 160, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, plus minus 60, negative 1, negative 2, negative 7, plus minus 240, and negative 5, 1, negative 1. So, sa second column, equal siya ng 120, then negative 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus 100, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus minus 200, negative 5 and 1, negative 1, negative 7, plus 100, negative 1, negative 2, then negative 1, negative 2, next is yung 200, negative, copy yung negative 5 and 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus minus 400, negative 5 and 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus 32, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus 64, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 7, plus 32, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. Next is equals to negative 60, then negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus 96, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 7, plus 48, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 2, plus 100, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus 80, negative 7, negative 1, 0, negative 7, plus negative 80. Negative 7 and 0. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus 100. Negative 1, negative 2. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus 80. Negative 7, 0. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus 160. Negative 7, 0. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus minus 16. Negative 1, negative 2. Then negative 1, negative 7 plus 64. Then multiply by negative 5. 1. Negative 1, negative 7 plus minus 32. Negative 5 and 1. Negative 1 and negative 2. Plus 80 ulit. Negative 7. 0. Negative 5, 1. Plus 100. Then negative 5, 1. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus minus 40. Negative 7, 0. Negative 1 and negative 2. Plus negative 160 equals negative 7 and 0. Ito. Negative 5 and 1. Plus minus 16. Negative 1, negative 2. Negative 1, negative 7. Plus 32. Negative 5, 1. Negative 1, negative 7. Plus minus 80 equals negative 1, negative 2. Negative 1, negative 7. Next is negative 64. 0, negative 1, negative 7 plus 64. Negative 7, 0. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus minus 60. Negative 5. Negative 1. 1, 7. Plus minus 24. Negative 7, 0. Negative 1, negative 7. Plus 48. Negative 7, 0. Negative 5, 1. Then plus 160. Negative 5, 1. Negative 1, 2. Plus 200. Negative 1, negative 2. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus 160. Negative 7, 0. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus 320. Negative 7, 0. Negative 1, negative 2. Plus 60. 60 siya. Negative 7, 0. negative 1, negative 2, plus 240, and negative 70, plus minus 250, negative 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus minus 100, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 2, plus 200, negative 7, 0, 5, 1, plus. So next, the sum natin, which is yung x na is equals to negative 40 plus minus 80, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus minus 40, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, plus 75, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus minus 120, negative 70, negative 1, negative 7, equals to negative 60, happy negative 7, then 0, and last, then negative 1, negative 2, plus minus 125, negative 1 and 2, then negative 1 and 7, plus minus 100, negative 7, 0, then negative 1 and 2, plus minus 125, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, and negative 2, plus negative 100, negative 7 and 0, copy lang, and then negative 1 and 2, plus negative 200, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 2, plus 200, ulit, plus negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus minus 400, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, 7, plus 200, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, and this is equals to negative 500, 5, negative 1, 1, negative 2, plus negative 125, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, plus 500, negative 1, negative 2, plus 1000, 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus 100, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 1, negative 7, equals to negative 400, 5, 1, 7, and 0, plus 100, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus 80, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 7, plus 80, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 2, plus 20, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 7, plus negative 375, then 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus 600, 5, 1, negative 7 and 0, plus 125, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 2, plus 625, 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus 500, 5, 1, negative 7, 0, negative 20, equals to negative 1 and 2, and 8, copy negative 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, equals to 16, 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, plus 32, then 5, 1, negative 5 and 1, plus 16, negative 7, 0, negative 1, negative 2, plus 80, 5, 1, negative 1, negative 2, then plus negative 64, 5, 1, negative 7, 0, plus negative 12, negative 7, 0, negative 5, 1, plus negative 60, negative 5 and 1, plus 24, 5, 1, negative 7, 0. So, equals siya. Final answer natin is negative 5,900. 59,112. The final answer by using 6 by 6 matrix using Laplace expansion.